Bismillahir Rahmanir Rahim. Dear students, Assalamu alaikum. I am Yasir Hussain with lecture 2, chapter number 1. Students, in the first lecture, we have studied about the meanings of ideology, its sources and significance. Now in this lecture, we are going to study the following topics, and these are our objectives as well. Explain the meanings of ideology of Pakistan, define the ideology of Pakistan, describe the basis of ideology of Pakistan, and describe the economic deprivation of Muslims of India. Meanings of the ideology of Pakistan is the first topic of our today's lecture. In the previous lecture, I have told you that Pakistan is an ideological state, which is based on a specific philosophy of life. The ideology of Pakistan actually means the ideology of Islam. Dear students, you know that Muslims ruled the subcontinent for centuries, and they continued living freely according to the teachings of their religion. The establishment of British rule caused harm to the status of Muslims and Islam, and they were oppressed during their rule. Then during the freedom struggle, it was feared that after getting rid of the British rule, the Muslims will become permanent slaves of the Hindus. Therefore, the great Muslim leaders started their efforts for freedom of the Muslims and got Pakistan as an independent Islamic state. Dear students, to better understand the meanings of the ideology of Pakistan, here we have to look at on certain definitions of the ideology of Pakistan. The ideology of Pakistan is the name of creating a society based on the principles of Quran and Sunnah. The ideology of Pakistan is the name of practicing the principles of Islam. It is the name of steps taken for security of political, social, cultural, and economic values of the Muslims. It is the name of practical efforts for establishing the rule of Islam. And last but not the least, the ideology of Pakistan is the name of a welfare state. Dear students, I hope that you have understand the meanings of the ideology of Pakistan and its definitions, and from these we can conclude that the ideology of Pakistan is based on Islamic ideology, Islamic values such as beliefs and prayers, justice and equality, promotion of democracy, fraternity and brotherhood, and then the rights and duties of the citizens. Now, we will take these bases of ideology of Pakistan one by one in detail. Dear students, the first basis of ideology of Pakistan is that of the beliefs and prayers. You know that the Muslims of the subcontinent put up the demand for Pakistan because they wanted to lead their lives in accordance with their beliefs. Now, belief of Islam includes belief in the oneness of God, that is Tawheed, the finality of the prophethood of Hazrat Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam, life hereafter, the angels and the books revealed by Almighty Allah. This set of beliefs is called Iman. Regarding the beliefs and prayers, there are 5 pillars of Islam. To believe in the oneness of Allah and the finality of the prophethood of Hazrat Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam is the first pillar of Islam. The second pillar of Islam is namaz. It is obligatory to offer prayers at the fixed hours. The third pillar of Islam is to keep fast. as currently Ramzan al-Mubarak is going on and all of us are having fast. Like all other prayers, it is the best manifestation of obligation. The fourth pillar of Islam is zakat. It is a monetary prayer and it is the means of the strengthening of the economic system of Islam. Hajj is the fifth pillar of Islam. It is an obligation only for those who are financially able to perform it. The next basis of the ideology of Pakistan is justice and equality. According to Islam, all human beings are equal without any discrimination. Therefore, justice and equality has a major role in establishing an Islamic society. Islamic system has laid stress on the elevation of justice. In his last sermon, that is Khutbah Hujjatul Wida, Hazrat Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam explained this fact as all mankind is from Adam and Eve. An Arab has no superiority over a non-Arab, nor a non-Arab has any superiority over an Arab. Also, a white has no superiority over a black, nor a black has any superiority over a white, except by piety and action. The next point is the promotion of democracy. In this modern age, democracy is simply defined as rule of the people, by the people, and for the people. Democracy in Islam is the consultation and deliberations, which are the basis of an Islamic state and society. Democracy is promoted in Islam and the rights of the people are protected. The system of government is run for the welfare of all the people. We can quote a number of examples from the Prophet Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam's time period regarding the consultations, such as Azan and start of the Hijri calendar, etc. Fraternity and brotherhood is another basis of the ideology of Pakistan. Fraternity and brotherhood has special significance in an Islamic society. Its best example was set by the Prophet sallallahu alaihi wasallam in Medina by making Muhajirin and Ansar brothers to each other, commonly known as Mawakhat. Before Islam, people were unaware of this principle and they were the enemies of each other. Fraternity teaches us to develop brotherly relations with one another. The Prophet ﷺ said, each Muslim is a brother to every other Muslim. Now the last basis of the ideology of Pakistan is rights and duties of citizens. Dear students, in an Islamic state, rights and duties are closely connected and both go hand in hand. The right of one person becomes the duty of the other to fulfill. In a successful Islamic state, balance between rights and duties is very important. Islam also guarantees the protection of the rights of the minorities. Qaeda-Azam very clearly said that the rights of the minorities will be fully protected in Pakistan. Now the last topic of today's lecture is economic deprivations of the Muslims in India after the War of Independence in 1857. When the War of Independence was over, the Muslims were oppressed very badly. The Hindus supported the Muslims in this war, but they declared that only Muslims were responsible for all their actions in the war. Now the Muslims become the target of the British rule and suffered a lot. The Muslims were dismissed from all sorts of government jobs. On the other hand, Hindus were offered jobs. Likewise, the Muslims were deprived of their properties, and their lands and properties were allotted to the non-Muslims. Then the businesses of the Muslims were ruined, and Hindus were given special business privileges. Due to this, Hindus established monopoly in the local trade, and the Muslim traders suffered economic crisis. As a result of industrial revolution in Britain, better and cheaper products were manufactured there. These products were imported into India. It resulted in the destruction of the cottage industry, which belonged to the various nations of the India, including the Muslims. Dear students, cottage industry means manufacturing of goods on a small scale at homes. Another important factor is that the goods produced in Britain were imported into India, but the Indian products were not demanded in Britain and elsewhere. Due to this, the exports fell down badly, and millions of people suffered unemployment, which included a large number of the Muslims. Dear students, now have a quick recap of whatever we have discussed. I will show you the pages. Now this is page number 3. We have discussed the meanings of the ideology of Pakistan. Then on page number 4, the definition of the ideology of Pakistan and basis of the ideology of Pakistan. This is page number 5, where we have discussed the basis of ideology of Pakistan. Number 1, beliefs and prayers. First pillar of Tawheed over here. Then the next page is number 6. Here the other pillars of Islam, such as namaz, fast, zakat, and hajj, given over here. Then justice and equality we have discussed. Then page number 7, where promotion of democracy, fraternity and brotherhood we have discussed. Page number 8, rights and duties of the citizens and minority rights we have discussed. And on this page, page number 9, we have discussed about the economic deprivation of Muslims in India. Now it's time for the task. As usual, you have to read and highlight on pages 3 to 9, and then underline the definitions, concept you will have to learn by heart as well. Then you will have to answer the following 5 short questions and do write the answers in your notebooks. In lecture number 1, I have given 4 questions, so I have started the numbering from there. That is question number 5 here is, what is meant by Tawheed? Then question number 6, write the translation of Inna Allah ala kulli shay'in qadir. Question number 7, what do you mean by the faith in prophethood? Question number 8 is, what is meant by the ideology of Pakistan? And question number 9, what is the saying of Hazrat Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam about brotherhood? That's it for today's lecture. For any queries regarding the lecture, you are welcome in WhatsApp group and YouTube. God bless you all and good luck. Allah Hafiz.